This video is sponsored by none other than Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketed leads and virtual staffing. On the lead side, whether it be Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads, they just got something for everybody. They can also actually have you plug in with one of their virtual staff members on the staffing side to where you can pay by the hour for one of their trained and very well vetted staff members to help you out in your business in a virtual assistant format. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. Link to the site can be found down in the description, so go ahead and check them out. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Christian Brindle here, back with another video, and today I have a very, very special guest here with me today. I have the one, the only, Patricia St. Louis here with me today. I'm super excited about this. I've been looking forward to it all week. Patricia, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Christian?
I'm just peachy. There's no bad days in our business. Somebody told me that one time. Like, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody that I kind of looked up to as a mentor. It's one of two people. I just can't remember who said it, but they were always like, there's no bad days. Don't say it was a bad day. There's no bad days in our business. There's good days and there's great days. He's like, so there's no bad days.
I like it. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. I wanted to kind of take a little bit of time and have you just kind of explain a little bit about your journey, right? Kind of about your history, how you got into the insurance business, how you started your YouTube channel, because I'm sure a lot of people that watch our videos, watch your videos too on your channel. Talk a little bit about Patricia, right? How did you get started on YouTube? And also, how did you get started in insurance? Just for anybody that might not know you.
Okay. So I am a registered nurse. I started YouTube as a way to just I guess I was living in a bubble and I used YouTube as a way to like express myself. So
that's crazy to say that, because that's exactly how I feel too. Like, my inner circle is very like tight.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I was living in my little bubble, and then I wanted to like grow out my natural hair. So I started YouTube with my hair. So my hair was like, I cut it all off like this, like an inch. And then I grew it out natural, wore my hair without relaxers or flat irons and all of that. Grew my hair to my waist. And then I was like, you know what? This is cool. Like, I was able to grow my hair, showed everyone my progress and everything. Let me take it another step further. I was like, you know what? I want people to like not just look at beauty, but let's talk about our finances and different areas of my life. So I started paying off my mortgage. So I showed everyone that journey. And then from paying off my mortgage, of course, the pandemic happened. And me being a nurse, I was like, what is going on here? I was like, I need to find a way to do my own thing. This is crazy.
Right.
So that's when I was like, I was researching and I realized you could do Medicare. I was like, what? You can sell Medicare? So that's how I got into the whole insurance, and I started showing my progress on YouTube on me being an agent, transitioning from nursing to a business owner.
Yeah. Every time I ever talk to somebody about you, I'm like, the first thing that like always comes to my mind when I think about you is I was like, Patricia's really smart in a lot of ways, right? Like, and I'm not just saying that because you're here. But I think it takes a really special type of person, right, to have the discipline to pay off your mortgage, right? That's a very difficult thing to do in the amount of time that you did it in. And also, I think it's one of those things where between making the content, right, the content that you make, and I remember when you started, in the Medicare space, you got licensed at probably a month or two before AEP started, and you just broke right onto the scene. I mean, you did a little bit of training, but not nearly as much as maybe, I would have liked. But you self-taught yourself a ton of information, and, you just really had a really strong first AEP. And, one thing I've always noticed about you is you're such a self-starter, and you're such a problem solver and a very resourceful person. And I think that is such great characteristics to be successful in anything you're trying to do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, okay, let's talk about, there's so many things I want to dive into with you. I want to talk about insurance. I want to talk about social media. I want to talk about YouTube. So YouTube's your favorite social media, right?
Yes.
By a wide
100%.
margin.
Yes, 100%.
So what makes YouTube such a valuable platform to create on?
Because I feel like once someone watch you on YouTube and they watch another video and they watch another video, they feel like they know you, they connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I would have someone call me and they'll literally just start laughing. And I'm just like, why are they laughing? Literally, I've said something in a video where I made them laugh. So they're thinking about those memories with me. You know, they have these memories with me, which is like so cool. It's like
Yep.
I've sold myself without even really selling myself, you know?
Totally.
Because they already know me, they build a relationship with me, and I'm like their best friends in their head, or their aunt, or their cousin, or whatever it is.
They
So it's
they and
pretty
they
cool.
and they remember things you've said in videos more than you do.
Oh yeah.
Like they'll be like, I watched this video and you said this, this, and this. I'm like, and you're like, I said that? I don't remember saying that. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so with YouTube, one thing that I really was interested to kind of dive into with YouTube is, you have a really say pretty, fairly large channel in terms of, on your subscribers, and you have a lot of views on your channels. You have millions of views on your channel. What is the key to growing on YouTube, do you think?
I feel like if someone could relate to you, you know,
Yeah.
people are looking for someone that they could relate to. And I feel like with me being a Black lady with, locks, and there's not a lot of women on YouTube that look like me.
Right.
So when you see a woman like me and I'm selling insurance and I'm a businesswoman, I mean, a Black girl wanna be like, yeah, yes, sis. I want to, like I want to, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you see on YouTube? You see older white men, doing the business thing, whatever it is, but it's not that many of us. So when they look like me and they see someone else that's doing it, it makes them feel like I can do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I
It's
think
very powerful. It's a very, very powerful tool.
it makes so much sense, right? Because like I'll talk to people and they'll be like, I don't feel like I should get on YouTube because this person's already on YouTube about talking about this. This person's already on there talking about that. And I always tell people, um, but you say it in your voice, right?
Mhm.
You say it in your voice, your way, and you can say it your way better than anyone else can that way, right? And you're going to develop your own tribe, your own people that relate to you and they identify with you, and they're going to want to follow you more than anybody else. And I think
Exactly.
that's I mean, like you said, it's powerful. It's incredibly powerful. I don't think there's any platforms like YouTube.
Yes, definitely. And I made a vow to myself. I had my first child when I was 15.
Wow.
And my 15-year-old self said, I want to help other women be successful. So I have to be what I want to see, right? So I
Yeah.
have to be that successful woman that had a child at age 15. I'm like, once I reach that, I want to help other women reach that. Because I don't want to be, I am a statistic. Like I can't even say I don't want to be a statistic. I am a statistic.
Right.
But we could change that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not about what happens to you necessarily. It's about how you deal with it. Right. And
Definitely.
kind of the next steps you make after that. It's like, okay, I can't, this happened. It is what it is, but what can I do to make the best of it? Right. Like, how can I make lemonade? Right.
Exactly. And
um,
YouTube was the platform that helped me keep that promise to myself, So
yeah. Where does the interest in personal finance come from for you?
uh oh, I don't want to get too personal, but I just don't want someone to ever tell me to get out. This is my house, get out. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
And that really drove me to like the Patricia that I am today, the woman that I am today. Even with this office that I purchased, I want to pay it off because I don't want no one to tell me you gotta go. You didn't pay the mortgage, you didn't pay the rent, you gotta go.
Yeah.
So that's what, yeah, definitely.
That's powerful. That's huge. And I mean, I think, it's one of those situations where you control your destiny, right? And like I think so many people in life, and probably through no fault of their own, they might just have the wrong information. They look at things like, I just need to get by. I've never looked at life like that. I've looked at life as like, getting by is not living to me, right? Like I think it's a step above a step. I think it's a step above, like, I think it's a step above, just not being free. If anything else, like, it's just not the way that I want to live my life. I want to live my life where I make decisions of what I want to do. No one tells me what to do. And if I want to go somewhere for a week, I can do it. And so I think just it's a mentality thing. I think it's a mindset thing. And I think sometimes people have to go through some things to develop that, right? They have to go through some challenges in their life to really kind of understand that, because then they're like, okay, this was uncomfortable. This was painful. This sucked. I don't want to go through that again. So I'm going to make sure I never have to go through that again, you know?
Yes,
Um,
definitely. And I've been saying, I was telling one of my girlfriends this, what, like a month or so ago. I was like, I don't know how people living on the edge. A lot of people use the pandemic not to pay their mortgage, not to pay their rent. I can't live like that.
yeah,
Like, I can't.
it's stressful, right? I posted something in the Facebook group the other day. I was like, we had over like a 2 day span, a bunch of just unrelated, just random like instances come up that we had to pay for, like endangered birds being removed from my backyard. And I'm like, if they're like, if you kill them, you're gonna go to prison. I'm like, oh. They're like, it'll be $500 to remove them. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, and the guy comes and he gets a hose and literally sucks them up in a hose. That's what he did. I'm like, that doesn't look like you're treating the endangered birds all that nicely. I don't know. But anyway, so I put a post up talking about how, no matter what you think you need to live on, you're going to need probably more, because things are going to come up that you're not anticipating. It happens to everybody. Like, my daughter got a big cup of Powerade and spilled it all over our white carpet. We had to we couldn't clean it. We tried. We had to get carpet cleaners come out and like professionally clean the carpet. Like, it's just, things happen. And I put that post up and some people are like, well, like, my life isn't defined by money. I'm like, that's not my point. My point is, it's that you don't have to worry about money, right? I think like the lack of money and the lack of, comfort, it can make people miserable and stressful. Like, it's like a weight on your chest, right? That you just can't seem to get out of.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about,
And all that.
yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, the feeling of being in debt and all that is just got to be unbearable for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about selling insurance for a second. So you opened up your office. Congratulations, by the way. It looks fantastic. I'm going to be out that way in a little bit, so I'll be able to get to see it. So I can't wait. With your office and your insurance business, what kind of made you gravitate towards insurance? What was attractive to you about that? Because you're somebody, right, that's super educated, you're very intelligent, and you know, you're somebody that is going to find a way to take care of yourself and kind of pave your future, right? And kind of trailblaze for yourself. What was attractive about insurance to you?
I believe when I decided to pay off my mortgage, I started to think about my retirement, right? So I had this whole idea of, putting away so much money so that way by the time I retire, I could become a millionaire, right? And then I feel like once you start thinking that way, other things, like, you manifest other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, okay, Patricia, do you really have to wait when you retire to become a millionaire? Right? And doing research and finding about, how residual income works with insurance, it just fits with my retirement goals. And I don't have to necessarily wait, when I'm 65 to, be set. And with insurance, it works so well with nursing,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was in middle school, I always knew I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to help people. And I feel like it just works together. It's still the senior population. I'm still, helping my people, I would say, my patients, but now they're clients. So it just all works together. And when I was doing skilled nursing, working in nursing homes, that was my specialty. I worked in a department called MDS. I was the MDS director. And what we did assessments to CMS to get reimbursed with, for Medicare and Medicaid. So it all just made sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So for you, it was an easy transition into Medicare because you knew so much about it already.
Yes.
I think it's so interesting because I think, some of the people that I know that have transitioned, from as healthcare workers in some shape or form, whether they were a pharmacist, whether they were a nurse, whether they were, this or that, they transition really well into Medicare. It's interesting because I think probably, there's a lot of them out there that work as healthcare workers that if they understood more about the business model, they would probably, be like, oh, this makes total sense to me. This is like a hand in glove fit for me. With Medicare and selling insurance, or we could even talk about life, what has been your favorite way to get new business and new clients?
Definitely YouTube.
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%. Social media.
Organic.
I mean, literally, they call me and they're like, Patricia, I already know what I want. You already educated me on what I want. This is what I want, and I want you to be my agent. It's just literally that simple. Like,
Yeah.
it's just such an easy transition.
Talk about the importance of branding, right? So you've done a great job at branding Life and Med, kind of setting up the structure of your agency. Talk about how important branding is for agents. So, because I talk to agents every week, and some of them they're just like, well, I'm not really worried about my brand. I just want to sell. I'm like, well, maybe you should go work for somebody because branding's really important these days. Like, talk about the importance of that and what your focus has been with Life and Med.
I think branding is so important because basically the brand is your resume, right?
Yeah.
They go on the internet, they Google you, they see your picture, they see your office, they see your logo. Like you're the face of your business and your business is representing you when you're sleeping or when you're doing whatever, the brand is doing the work for you. So it's so important when they come to your office, they already know who you are, they know your face, they're smiling at you already because you have that nice bright smile picture, on Google My Business or whatever it is. They like branding is just it does so much work for you. And like I said, if your brand is educating people, they already know what they want. They just want you to be the one to, write the policy with them because they trust you already.
Absolutely. There was somebody that called into our office last week, and she saw a video that I was running as a Facebook ad. So it was a video of me talking about Medicare as a Facebook ad. So she called in, and I was just absolutely slammed the last week and this week. So I couldn't meet with her, but she was really like wanting to meet with me. But Stormy actually ended up helping her. And at first she was so disappointed and I felt so bad because she was like, you're saying I don't get to talk to Christian? I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm like, Stormy's good. She knows what she's doing,
I know. And I love it. I love it. I have people call me, they'll be like, okay, because I have 2 channels. They call me from Kinky Styles. They'll call me, they're like, is this Kinky Styles? I'm like, yes, it's me. Or if it's Life and Med, they say, okay, who's the girl that does the commercials? Are you Patricia? Like, are you the girl that's in the commercial? I'm like, it's not a commercial, but yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool.
It's definitely a kind of a weird sensation when you talk to someone on the phone that like they've spent a lot of time consuming your content, right? And watching you or listening to you. And they get on the phone and they're just like, you can kind of hear it in their voice. They're just like, to them, it's like they're talking to a movie star. Like that's how they look at it. Like, I mean, to them, like they feel like they're talking to like a famous person, and then like, but like when you're talking to them, I'm like, well, I'm just me. I'm just a person,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you're doing with the content creation is such a great and smart way to grow your business. Talk about how your brick and mortar location has been doing with new clients and customers. 'Cause I know you've had some people walk in, you've had some people just kind of
Mhm.
see the business. You're in a great location. How important has that physical location been? Because some people always ask me, do I need that? Not everybody can maybe pay for one right off the bat, but maybe it should be something to work up to. Talk about your experience so far with that.
I think having a location is so beneficial. It's beneficial to yourself and it's beneficial to the client. It's
Yeah.
beneficial for you because you don't have to run around driving all over the place. And then for the client, they have a home. They have a home office. They could come to you with issues. They could come with you, whatever. They know that you're going to be there. So it's so beneficial. I mean, I had people come in and say, I've been waiting for you to open. Like, why do you have your number on the door or something? And I was like, didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been really nice. So now I'm finding like what I'm realizing is that I'm getting all kinds of people coming in, right? Because it's not gonna just be seniors, young people that's younger, whatever the case may be. So now I'm like, okay, I need resources. If
Yeah.
someone comes in, they can't get Obamacare because they're not working, but maybe they have some form of disability. Okay, I need to connect with a disability attorney. Or they can't afford insurance, but they can't get the Obamacare for whatever reason. Okay, who has a free clinic around here? So that's what I'm trying to like build a network, because when I say it's the Medicare Resource Center, it's really a resource center. That's what I want to build. I want people to come in and get resources, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. What is Patricia's long-term goal in insurance? What is your long-term goal? What would you like to see your business grow into over time?
Okay. So when I look at goals, I'm looking at marketing, right? So my goals are more like I want to have 1,000 subscribers on Life and Med by next year. Right now I have 400 subscribers.
Which is
I
awesome.
want to
Which
have,
is great.
yeah, thank you. I want to have, and people are calling me with only 400 subscribers. That's insane to me. But yeah, I
People
want to have like
all the time with
100
just a
Google reviews.
thousand.
I know you can do a lot. I want to have, at least 100 Google reviews by next year. I want to have like maybe 40,000 views on Life and Med. So those are the type of goals I have. They're marketing goals, and I feel like if I reach those marketing goals, the numbers will work itself, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense, and I think it's so great and great goals. And I mean, a YouTube channel that brings in clients is gold. Everybody wants that, and so that is just going to be a machine that just feeds your business for forever. Really, I mean, it'll never stop. Like even with us, like my consumer YouTube channel, I started that before I did this one, and I did not know what I was doing. I had no idea. It grew so slowly, but like last year we just passed over 1,000 subscribers on it finally. But we get calls all the time from it. It's amazing. Like you think you need 10,000 subscribers, but like we get calls every week from 1,000. It's crazy.
Yes.
Um,
It's all
and
about the views, the video views. They're watching. They're thinking about, maybe I should call her,
yep. And sometimes they'll watch like 3 or 4 different videos, and they're like, all right, I saw Patricia in this video. I saw her in this video. I saw in this video. Maybe I should pick up the phone and call her. One other thing I wanted to ask you. So I think this would be a super interesting question for the audience, right? So you've been to our offices. You've kind of seen what we do on social media, right? From afar. What do you think we could be doing better?
Google my business. There's nothing on there.
I know. I know. I know.
I have 15 reviews already, and I just started asking for reviews.
Okay, okay. You've inspired me. I'm gonna get my game up on it.
Yes, because I get calls from Google My Business. I got 2 calls this month, which is good. I just started.
That's fantastic.
I mean, some people think I'm Medicare, but that's fine too.
We're like, no, not really, but I can help you.
Or I'm the Social Security office.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. That's fantastic. And I know you shared some tips with me, and I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I'm gonna do it. This is awesome, Patricia. Where can people find you, right? Where's the best place for them to connect you? Is it on the YouTube channel or where's the best place?
I'll say the YouTube channel.
Okay.
So if you want to learn about hair, pay off your mortgage, watch my day-to-day work life here at the office. It's Kinky Styles 1980, and there's nothing kinky going on over there, okay? And if for consumers, it's Life at Med.
Awesome. Guys, we'll link both channels in the description of this video. So just go down to the description, click the video, click the link, go over and subscribe to both channels, right? Show some love, show some support. Patricia, thank you for your time. This was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have you many more times. I promise. But guys, if you enjoyed this video from Patricia, like I said, go follow her, go subscribe to her YouTube channel, watch her videos. She puts out some dynamite content. I watch it all the time. I'll be like sitting around at home, like after I'm done working, and I'll be like, and Patricia will pop up and be like 18 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, and I'll watch it. Like I watch her videos all the time, and they're great. They're just so good and informative. So she puts out some great content. If you guys enjoyed this video, I need you to do me a favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so more agents just like you find the content easier. Comment your thoughts down below. Any questions that you might have for me and Patricia, I'll be watching them, and Patricia might see some of the comments. She might be able to respond. And make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the notification bell because then you'll notified when we upload. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Here's to your success and your abundance, and we'll see you at the top.